table with next gen.
Obviously, the 2K community wants to know more about 2K21, so we wanted to invite one member of the 2K community on the show today.
Welcome, Agent 00 to 2K TV. Agent, what has been up lately?
I've just been focusing on content, to be honest with you. That's really been it. That's been my life. Every moment from when I wake up to when I go to sleep.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matches. Greetings up D8. Whoop. And I feel, David, they're still in great position. I know you do too. Thanks for that report. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Powell.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. And for Boston, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Ibaka, lays it up off the glass. You know, Bill, you've seen Gordon Hayward work his way back from injury. How much longer do you think until he's 100% both physically and mentally?
Well, he's basically lost 2 years. You know, he lost the first year, obviously, because of the injury, and then the second year was really up and down, and he would have these waves where he was confident for a week or two, and then it would just go away again. Heading towards the playoffs, he looked great, and then it went away again. Right. And I always felt like he had a little bit of PTSD from the injury, where there would be times where he just didn't want to drive in traffic and bounce off people and play in the air. If you watched him in Utah, that was all the stuff that made him fun. And he was a really athletic player. And when you lose that, it's hard to get back. It's hard to trust, like, when you land, somebody's foot's not going to be there.
It's like if you blew a knee, you're always worried about people down around you, right?
So the role model would be Paul George, because Paul George, you could see the first year he came back, it was a lot of the same. You know, he was a little nervous in the air. He wasn't as physical as he used to be, and then it came back and then some. So the hope with Hayward is that that happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Here is Ibaka. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Lowry passes to Ibaka. Over Tice. It's Ibaka. That time on the assist by Lowry. They'll name a couple past superstars that didn't always get enough credit for being as dominant as they were.
Moses Malone would be my #1 pick. Probably the best player in the league for 5 years. Dominant in '83, they won the title. Philly. Really gave Kareem a lot of problems. And was just awesome and has now just been swept under the rug. Nobody even really remembers. So I would go with him first.
Ever.
Never. Well, it was part of the problem. They picked the lane games back then, and we didn't have league pass. We didn't have a lot of that stuff. I think he was really underrated, and you kind of never know who's going to endure and who's not going to endure, which is one reason I wrote my book.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And good that time. 6 points for Jaylen Brown.
You know, some scouts thought Tatum had tunnel vision, looking only for his own shot, but he's more about team.
And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice, and Smart subbed in for Gordon Hayward. Shots good by Walker.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And with the 2K Esports League, Bill, players not only get a salary, they can also sign endorsement deals. They're celebrities now unto themselves.
So what are the endorsement deals that the 2K players sign? Is it like hat? Because you're not really moving. Nobody can people see your clothes? They can, right?
They can
so
see your
sneakers,
clothes. Maybe it's a hat. Maybe it's
drinks,
a shirt. All of it.
Do the announcers get endorsement deals? Where's our endorsement deal?
Well, if they don't, we could probably make the stab for it right here.
I'm ready.
This is the venue to do it right here.
I'm ready to do whatever.
Let's change the culture.
CTC.
Now here's Tatum. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Milwaukee.
But we got to talk about his D2. 4 steals in the game. I mean, a complete all-around effort for him.
Here's Davis. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Here's Hollis Jefferson. His last outing, he had 8 points. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Gasol. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
One of Gasol's patented shots. He loves this mid-range area. Because of his height, he's tough to contest.
Tatum kicks to Smart. Shoots over Powell. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound.
Oh, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they've got to show some more aggression.
And it's Davis missing. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Here's Smart. Can't connect from long distance. He got it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Celtics. They lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. And let's listen to Pascal Siakam talking about the work ethic.
You come in every day. Guys in the gym.
And Greg, when everyone is working hard, it builds a chemistry.
And a culture. Kevin, winning teams all have it. It's not enough to be here. You want to win.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Toronto right now, they've got Norman Powell. He's out there with Davis. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Boucher in at the power forward position. And Bill, over a quarter of today's NBA players were born in a country other than the United States. The talent is that broad all over the globe.
And Giannis was born on another planet. We don't know what planet
He is
was.
otherworldly.
It wasn't Earth. I think he just got dropped from some satellite. Yeah, this all starts with.
I love it too, don't you? I love the fact
do.
we've got players from Latvia and Greece and all over playing.
What's cool about it is they all kind of have distinct identities and quirks, and one of the things that makes somebody like Doncic so much fun to watch is he's not like anybody else. Like, he's close to James Harden, but he's also that step back three that he was taking that he's been making his whole life. Other than Harden, nobody was even really shooting it that way, you know? And I think there's an unselfishness with the European guys that is really useful for the way the American style.
100% agree.
They really, guys move without the ball, give and go, and it's not just like clear out, I'm up.
Yeah. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Jaylen Brown. Some changes for Toronto. Seen a handful of players land the Supermax contract bill. By and large, how do you see those deals working out?
It's tough. Nobody's really been happy with it yet. You know, it's so much money and it's such a big part of somebody's salary cap, and you're just kind of handicapped with it. And we've seen John Wall was the worst case scenario of it, but the situation Charlotte was in with Kemba Walker, where he makes the All-NBA team and now his Supermax is $240 million instead of $28. Like, that's crazy. And in a salary cap league, to pay $50 million a year from somebody is just nuts. It compromises the ceiling of the team. So the Bucks are going to be in this position with Giannis where he's making $55 million a year and the cap's $120. How are you going to put a good team around?
You can't maneuver.
You can't. So I would put a wrinkle in there that I would make the Supermax, whatever, pay the player whatever the number is, but it only counts for like $32 million or something. Make it so that it's not prohibitive.
A percentage of the total cap.
Yeah, make his cap figure is 32. Even if you're paying him 55, and then that way people could compete better.
Here's Anunoby. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Beyond the arc. The shot misses. Celtics leading by 4. Hayward dishes to Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
love Hayward's activity and anticipation, and then the precision pass.
Last outing for Toronto, they won that game against the Jazz in Salt Lake City.
And it says a lot about you that even when you're not at your best, they definitely were still in that game and able to win comfortably.
Just looking at the box score, you didn't think they did enough to pull it out, but all the intangibles, that's what won in the ball game tonight.
And the potential Anunoby has is exciting, has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Williams. Daniel Tice comes in for Williams. Tatum, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Walker subbed in for Smart. Well, Bill, I know you've got to run. Marvelous to have you on the program. Wish we could do it more often.
Let's do it right now. I don't have to run. Can I stay?
Yes, you can
All
always
right.
stay.
I don't want to leave.
You have a free ticket here anytime you
want. I
want
to stay, please.
The microphone's always open.
Thank you.
And GA, what a pleasure talking with Bill about this game. He brings that super fan perspective.
From a young child watching games at the Garden, and you sense he's never lost that wonder and enthusiasm.
He has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Wanamaker, the pass to Tice. And just miss after miss right now.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim. Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
Here's Walker. Boston again missing. Raptors leading by 3. There's 31 seconds left in the first half. Back to Anunoby. Left side, Ibaka. And Boston with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
To the middle. Here's Tatum. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Tatum's got 6.
And you think about the potential of Tatum. I mean, once he has strength, particularly in the lower half, he's going to get lowered inside.
Lowry for 3, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, the first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4. And that should...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Jaylen Brown, what a contribution.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Jason Tatum is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the 1. That's the Boston 5. Here's Ibaka. Misses from short range.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there. Well, that's 3 straight German League titles for Daniel Tice. I mean, before he made his NBA debut at the age of 24, he's an athletic two-way player, and he's shown he belongs.
Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Toronto working the ball around now. Outside Lowry. Passes to Anunoby. Outside Lowry. Over Hayward. Another shot. And the layup's good off the glass. 6 points for Serge Ibaka.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Hayward kicks to Brown. The pass to Tatum. Pulls up on the wing. No good on that one. And Toronto will come the other way. And last season, Daniel Tice shooting over 40% from long range. And Chris over 75% around the rim.
Yeah, Kevin, when you call that great efficiency, both inside and out, new contract this summer, to reward his terrific play. They're having trouble getting going here in the second half. I mean, that's their 4th miss in 5 attempts.
Anunoby passes to Siakam. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And it's a 5-point Toronto lead. For Boston, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Brown drives in. Tatum wide open. He fires one. A three-pointer, no good. The Raptors have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Van Vliet with the bucket. Van Vliet's got the lead up to 7 now for Toronto.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Brown outside. Looking to end the run, and the layup is up and in. Brown's got 10.
Oh, you gotta love the explosiveness. Brown just eating up any lane to the basket he sees.
And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. That's no good, but only his first miss in 6 shots. Well, the Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer, he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
And it's Van Vliet with the rebound. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Raptors. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, a Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole. Kevin, that's what made him. From Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. Stolen by Van Vliet. Here's Anunoby. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
The baseline J. Walker's shot is off.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
Siakam passes to Ibaka, and the shot goes down. Ibaka's got 10 points in the game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Tatum on the wing, defended by Ibaka. Brown with it. He's got 10. Good on the baseline, Jay. 12 points for him.
A young, fine player with fine-tuned skills. I mean, Brown's more than comfortable creating some offense for himself.
Lowry laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
And he's gotten to his spots and capitalized. He just needs a little more help from his teammates.
And so it's Toronto with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Anunoby out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Davis at the point.
I like Smart being aggressive right time. Getting into the lane. Using his power and speed to his advantage.
It's tipped. Davis, the pass to Anunoby. To the inside. To the right side. A rebound by the Celtics. Pass to Powell. Back to Gasol. And Cantor pulls it down. Celtics trail by 8. Williams attacking. An easy 2 points on the layup.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Outside, Davis. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game. And Toronto making a change here. Boucher is checked in. And so here's Toronto. Gasol up top. Goes back up. And it's good on the layup. And the Raptors lead by 8.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Pass to Tatum. Inside. Here's Wanamaker. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Oh, how pretty was that? Used the rim to protect the ball perfectly.
Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East. And with all their rangy wing defenders, the Celtics are well suited for the modern game.
Oh, yeah, they make it tough for opponents to get clean looks on the perimeter, GA, with their defense. I mean, it's a strong defensive team also because of the competitors that they possess.
Walker's checked in for Brad Wanamaker. Pass to Tatum. Puts up a 3. That one misses. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way.
And they've controlled.
Oh, he delivers that with force.
I cannot believe that. Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Here's Williams. The putback. The kick out to Walker. Gasol against Tatum. The pass to Williams. Here's Cantor. Tries yet again. He lays it in. Cantor's got his first points in this one.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Back to Gasol. Gasol is doubled. Outside for Davis. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Raptors lead by 7. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Outside Williams. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
At the line for the Celtics.
First free throw is good, and that turns the lead to 6. Boston making some changes. Gordon Hayward comes in for Enes Kanter. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Marcus Smart.
And good aggressive basketball in that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Shooting for Boston.
He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Well, who can forget Jason Tatum's rookie year? I mean, in the 2018 playoffs, all he did was lead the Celtics in scoring at just 20 years old, taking Boston to Game 7 of the conference finals.
The Celtics making a switch here. Tice is checked in, and the Raptors call time here. They're up by 3. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging
performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
It's stolen by Brown. Here's Tatum. Count!
Well, amazing. So much talent for Tatum, but also that it factor.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the paint, here's Van Vliet. It counts!
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
You just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Oh, and he quieted down the crowd with that shot. Big, big play.
And that was a punch in the gut to those fans.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Offensive rebound. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Siakam. Got it!
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punch.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're trailing by 2. Just 4 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime. Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll be back right after this. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. It'll be the Raptors off the tip. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the court right now for the Celtics. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5. Snatched up. Hayward can't hit.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Siakam misses. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. To take the lead. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Ibaka's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Lowry passes to Van Vliet. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. And the Raptors lead by 4.
Yeah, and this team depends on Lowry. I mean, so skilled at creating shots for himself or his teammates.
Here's Brown, and it's Tice in the corner. Pass to Tatum. The 3 buries it from three-point range.
And we talk about Tatum's demeanor, even keel, focus. That's the guy you want taking big shots.
Here's Lowry. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possessions. I mean, turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
2 free throws coming up, and the coach's challenge has been issued. It's being like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Tatum kicks to Tice. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
That's a huge basket. Just taking advantage of the size mismatch and able to drain that mid-range jump shot. Really good basket.
Chalk up 2 there.
And what a take from Lowry, using that quickness to just blaze to the rim.
And it's Walker penetrating. It drops. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And whenever the game is on the line, Walker is a great option to go to. He just has a knack for burying big shots.
Pass to Van Vliet. Anunoby in the corner. Connects from downtown.
What a baller this young man is. Anunoby, even though he's young, he looks like a veteran in the clutch.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Brown. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And how about the execution, really when it matters most? He knew he had the height advantage and just got the job done. No need to pass in that situation.
And here's Lowry. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. And stolen by Hayward. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for him in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for...
RPM tech benefits instantly, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Absolutely.
So you're representing the 2K community right now. If there's anything you could ask Mike, what would it be?
It's all gonna be things he can't say. Like, when's it dropping? Like I need to know everything, man. Like, hey, Mike, just want you to know you are appreciated. I know the devs don't hear that all the time, but I know you be working day in and day out.
Appreciate it, Agent. What kind of questions are you asking specifically?
Like, yo, when's the game released?
And with tip-off.
For a long.
And the game is going global. You're right. Thank you, DA. And here's a look at some numbers for Powell.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward. And for Toronto, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slot. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Ibaka in at center.
When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
Offensive rebound, and Nurkic gets it to go.
And Nurkic does a great job just keeping the motor running.
Anunoby passes to Siakam. We're about 1 minute into the first. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist. And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay in Portland. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited, he ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling, and Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built.
Here's Nurkic, and the rejection by Ibaka.
An elite rim protector, Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and timing.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Nurkic against Ibaka. Three-pointer, and it's Damian Lillard with the 3. Lillard's got 5.
I don't think he saw the hand in his face, just focused on the rim, great shooting window, got into a rhythm and drained it.
Hangs in the air. That's good from Lowry on the assist from Ibaka.
Now their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
Well, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that. It's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
Anunoby, good. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And stolen by Siakam. Anunoby kicks to VanVleet. Siakam outside. Here's Anunoby, covered by Anthony. Launches it. He can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Lillard. You know, Brett, we know guys love really jawing at each other. What was your criteria for issuing a double technical for trash talk?
Yeah, in today's game, it's kind of like it could be a whisper or a wink, you know, the way that they look at it.
It's both sides, doesn't it?
And they just try to curtail anything that could escalate, Kevin. That's really what the referees are doing. As soon as they see some kind of body movement or see guys starting that way, they want to cut it off before anything else happens. So the criteria is a little bit confusing. I like to see them getting after a little bit.
And the potential Anunoby has is exciting. Has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws of this game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Marc Gasol is checked in for Ibaka. Monday Hollis Jefferson comes in for Pascal Siakam. Norman Powell's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And Toronto making a change here. Boucher is checked in. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Gasol. 16 feet away. Not going to go that time. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Here's Simons. And finished off by Hezonja.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big follow. Back to Hollis Jefferson. Powell finds Davis. Knocked away. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard to look at the teams that specialize in intimidation. The Trailblazers in second.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
That's just outstanding defense by Whiteside there to make sure the shot was not an easy attempt.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard. And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Boucher passes to Powell. Outside, Davis. We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Portland trailing here. Pass to Little. The putback. It's good on the putback.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's Boucher, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Raptors lead by 2. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Marc Gasol so appreciated by his fans and
just fun. You see more fans on the stands.
And great to see so many different cultures and countries embrace the game.
Yes, and with players like Gasol having so much success, I think it helps give those Latino and Spanish-speaking fans a connection to the NBA.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the 1 spot.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Gasol attacking. It's Powell on the wing. Back to Gasol. Powell finds Gasol. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And that's your all-star center. Gasol making a play. He gives this team a lot of size and a lot of toughness on both ends.
And the Raptors making a change here. Siakam's checked in. And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Marc doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
Now, here's Gasol. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Davis tries again, and he lays it up and in. Davis has got the lead up to 7 now for the Raptors.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Now here's Whiteside. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. And he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. And after winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. And they're running up the floor. And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Trent.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Here's Davis. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
Out of bounds, Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession.
Well, somehow they kept possession of the ball after that poor pass. They should be very thankful that wasn't a turnover.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Fred VanVleet comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Lowry in for Davis. 1:57 left here in the second.
You go back to 2015, the Blazers lost 4 of their 5 starters in the offseason. So instead of rebuilding, they retooled around Damian Lillard, and what a piece to retool behind. Amazing how far they've come in the past couple seasons where they've placed in the Western Conference.
Clock is at 3. Powell, this is to Gasol. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Gasol's got 9.
They are just killing them on the interior. That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Well, you know, Brent, you've got to give a lot of credit to the Blazers front office, continuing to fortify this roster with under-the-radar acquisitions.
Interesting adjusting around a couple of albatross contracts to now have a team that's capable at positions that a lot of teams are trying to fill. That's the wing position.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
The drive by Siakam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Lillard left side. Kicks it out to Collins. The 3 from Anthony. Rebound by the Raptors. Gasol's got 4 rebounds now tonight. VanVleet finds Powell. And Lowry has it in the corner. Now the pass to Gasol. Back to Lowry. Passes it to Siakam. And Whiteside sends it back.
As soon as Whiteside positions himself, he just spikes that one away. It's like he's playing beach volleyball.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Trailblazers shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And so McCollum nails both of them.
You think about great perimeter shooters, and CJ, not only just statistically, but stylistically, Kevin, his name comes up. He can heat up and get this team going offensively.
And Lowry gets it to go.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And finished off by Collins.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
And so it's Toronto with a 10-point lead. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was... And that does it for our...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. It's been a clinic out there by Marc Gasol.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. So the Raptors 5 right now. We've got Fred VanVleet. Marc Gasol is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Lowry. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 slot. If you were choosing a center for the team that you ran, you've got these options. Joel Embiid, Big Cat, or Jokic in Denver. Who do you go with?
There's so much variety in their games, Kevin. And I appreciate what Jokic does so much for that Denver Nuggets offense, initiating as a center from the top. But I'm going to have to go with Embiid and the way that he can dominate the game. There's still so much potential and growth for what it is that he can do. Down on the block, doing damage, taking away a lot of three-point shots. Not to disparage what it is that Karl Anthony Towns can do, but his size and dominance, I think there's an intimidation factor that Joel Embiid brings to the game that I would lean on over the other two.
Now here's McCollum checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Gasol kicks to VanVleet. Great D that time from Nurkic.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime? Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
And finished off by Gasol.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him.
Outside Lowry. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist. And now an 8-point Raptor lead.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
He was all alone on that one. And that's now 9 points for Damian Lillard.
And to the point now where Lillard is just as good at creating his own shot or spotting up off the ball. Keeps defenses guessing.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level, and his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you. And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred VanVleet's not the biggest, but his toughness, his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
Raptors leading by 5. Ibaka drawing the double team. VanVleet passes to Ibaka. A reverse, and it's good on the way in.
Yeah, high percentage look there for Ibaka. He can be automatic in there when given room.
Lowry against Lillard. Stolen by VanVleet. And Ibaka kicks to Anunoby. Pass to VanVleet. From deep three-point range. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Collins banked in off the glass. Collins has got 8 points.
Collins sees an opening, gets to the opening, and drives in.
Here's Anunoby, covered by Anthony. Pass to VanVleet. And that's a foul called on Zach Collins. That's his first foul. A new group in now for the Raptors. Boucher is checked in. Pascal Siakam comes in for Marc Gasol. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for OG Anunoby. Davis is subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Trailblazers trail by 5. Trent passes to Whiteside. Here's Trent. He's guarded by Davis. Trent gets the bucket.
And you can sense the urgency from them now. They were flat in that first half, but they've come out here in the second and been much more aggressive offensively.
Now here is Davis. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Here's Boucher. He's guarded by Nurkic. And Siakam throws it down.
And he set that dunk up brilliantly with the kickback pass.
Sweet look on the run. These guys can be so dominant when they work together.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. The Raptors out in front. They're up by 5. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Anthony out there with Nurkic. Then there's Whiteside, and it's Trent in at the two-guard spot.
That's big. If Whiteside steps up like that, can face you up and knock down stuff from distance, it adds a huge dimension to the offensive sets.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Whiteside, great positioning on the putback.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Boucher passes to Siakam. On the rebound by Nurkic.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Here's Anthony. They get the rebound. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Raptors with the lead. Boucher passes to Hollis Jefferson.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Anthony against Powell. Elbow shot is on the way. And that one's good, Anthony.
Melo operating in the mid-range, he does such a great job of finding open areas out there where he knows he can dominate.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
To take the lead, the Trailblazers rebound. Whiteside, no good. The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Hollis Jefferson, drops in the layup for 2.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Well, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
And that one's good, Anthony.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Powell dishes to Davis. Back to Powell. The pass to Boucher. And stolen by Whiteside. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Nurkic. Anthony's got the lead up to 2 now for Portland.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Toronto calls timeout. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits at this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Hassan Whiteside.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hand.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. During the last timeout, I listened to Nick Nurse talk to his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
How about Collins getting a big-time opportunity there?
And so Ibaka will bring it up for Toronto. Trailing by 2. Here's Lowry. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Anunoby passes to Siakam. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Raptors lead by 2. We've seen some great competition in this one.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And the native of England, Anunoby, doesn't back down from taking the big shot.
And there it is for him. Collins has got 4 points this quarter.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Lowry, and he banks in the layup.
Deceptive and skilled at that guard position. When Lowry's scoring like this, good luck trying to defend it.
Tips it, and the second chance effort by McCollum.
Oh, man, the DNA test comes back, and there is a clutch gene. McCollum with the confidence to deliver.
Anthony drives in. Second chance shot. Nurkic can't hit.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
It's in! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Good!
And what a take from Lowry, using that quickness to just blaze to the rim.
Good!
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
That's a 2 from Lillard. Misses off the left iron. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby, confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Good on the first, and that trims the lead to 6. And so McCollum nails both of them. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Lowry deciding where to go with it here. And so it's the Raptors winning this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there was some time.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
what's been your focus going into the year?
How can we make the game fun? And I know it sounds kind of dumb, but a lot of times from the dev standpoint, we're like, how can we make the game more realistic? Or how can we make it look more?
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. We bring you tonight into Portland over the burnt. And
well, guys,
David Eves come a long way. Thank you. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at center. And for the Trailblazers, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3. For the Celtics, they come into this one following a loss to Milwaukee. Here's Tatum. Makes it off the glass. Doris, you look at these two teams, both with strong rebounding numbers.
Kevin, we are talking about two teams who play a physical, aggressive style. There is no back down on either side. I would anticipate a rugged interior game that might lead to a little bit of chippiness right up your alley, Kevin.
Oh, don't we love these kind of games? I mean, these are a blast to call.
No doubt.
Up top, Walker, covered by Lillard. Walker the pass to Tice. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tatum for 3. Walker's shot is off. About 1 minute into the first quarter. And a wide open look for McCollum. Drops in the tray.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Back to Brown. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And it's Lillard missing. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Brown kicks to Tice. Tatum against Anthony. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. For the Celtics, they come into this one following a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. Tatum against Collins. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Lets it go from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McCollum's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Portland.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor and then instant and finishing on the break.
And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
And it's Lillard missing.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
They get a hand on it. At the elbow, it's Brown. Down low. The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
And Tice gets it to go.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half. 1:06
left in the first quarter of the game. And it's Lillard missing.
I'll tell you, it's been a struggle for him in this period, and they're struggling as a result.
Here's Tatum. Sinks that one from the post. Tatum's got 6 points.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And here's McCollum for 3. And the 3 ball is good.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
On the wing drive. There's the dish to Tatum. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Guys, you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact. Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Here's Trent. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2. 16 seconds left in the first. Smart wide open, he fires. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, though he's not known as a prolific three-point shooter, Marcus Smart takes his time, delivers. That's a big-time shot.
Got it off in time, and no good on the last second attempt this time. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Boston Celtics. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Portland, Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Trent in at the 2-guard position.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Williams passes to Wanamaker. No good with the triple. Trailblazers trail by 5. Little kicks to Whiteside. Portland moving the ball around. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
Here's Williams, and Whiteside sends it back. They recover it. Left side, Tatum. Cantor, the pass to Wanamaker. Goes up again. Boston again missing.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Hezonja, the pass to Trent. And Cantor pulls it down. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Boston. It's a 3-point game. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Oh, Kevin, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
Simons surveying the D. Stolen by Smart. Here's Tatum. Finished off the break. Tatum's got the lead up to 7 now for Boston.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
And Williams with the clear path to the hoop. Here's Smart. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And it's 6 points for Marcus Smart.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Such a wide open look. As you and I were just talking about this, as more and more players are going public with their trade requests, do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on. Here's Tatum. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Here's Trent. Rebound, Boston. They've led by as much as 10. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
Yeah, I thought the giveaways were a tremendous factor. They were taking some chances on D, jumping.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Kevin, Marcus Smart dishing it well in that instance. We know he is a special defensive player, but how about that pass?
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
No good from outside. Trailblazers trail by 7. There's Azania. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Wanamaker. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Tatum. A rebound by Simon.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. And a deep 3 from Lillard. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. Taken away by Anthony. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Celtics lead by 5. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It was all Jason Tatum in the first quarter. He had 10 points and 1. Thanks for joining.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Tatum out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the 1 spot.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot, and team said enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. But they'll get another chance. Nurkic can't hit.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Brown, good.
Well,
Well, to me, that's excellent timing from Jaylen Brown. He shoots with confidence, knowing his teammates trust him.
Nurkic in the post, defended by Tice. Nurkic can't hit.
Wow, another empty possession out of the gates. 0 for 4 in this half. Brutal.
Tatum against Collins. Nurkic with the block. McCollum outside. They need this, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And the Celtics looking to bounce back and make another deep playoff run.
And I think, Greg, they certainly have the talent to do it. This is a team that remains on the upswing. They have draft picks and assets. I think they are well positioned for the future.
Williams is checked in for Boston.
And look, a tough rookie season for Zach Collins, but boy, he's bounced back much better in terms of shooting, showing why he was taken in the top 10 back in 2017.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Hayward with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Tice kicks to Williams. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Nice fake with the layup off the mark. And you look at Collins, able to protect the rim and space the floor offensively.
And fits that modern template for an NBA center. Time will tell how good he can be, but he's already making an impact.
Here's Tice, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
And it's McCollum in the corner. Shoots over Brown. McCollum, no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
From deep, Walker. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. Look at the Trailblazers. Right now, they're on the outside looking in at the playoff seeds.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they haven't had the great season that some were expecting, but it hasn't been a disaster. They just need a few things to go right for them down the stretch.
It's an amazing thing. If you can get a couple of wins, generate some momentum, you've got to believe they'll be just fine.
Hayward releases from the wing and drills it.
Well, Gordon Hayward's so good in the catch-and-shoot situations.
Brown against Anthony, and Portland turns it over again.
And with the chance, let's take a look now at the numbers for Walker. Right around 21 points per, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
McCollum outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. 12 points for C.J. McCollum. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching, and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
I remember it very well.
Incredible.
Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
So for the Trailblazers, Trent's checked in, and it's Simons in for Lillard. Then for the Celtics, Williams comes in for Enes Kanter. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Whiteside. Back to Williams. Taken away by Anthony. Here's Trent. No good. Shot missing. Good work defensively by Smart. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Smart's got 10 points in the game.
And this is where Marcus Smart has gotten so much better at reading the defense. He sees an open lane and he attacks it.
And so it's Boston with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way.
Now, as we add stops and
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Trailblazers trail by 10. They've got Whiteside. Anthony is out there with McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Fires from the corner. They get it again. A second chance effort, and Whiteside finishes it off.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Nice shot by Smart. And the Celtics lead by 11.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Brown the pass to Wanamaker. Brown right side. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, how about Jaylen Brown showing us his touch down low? Skilled at getting high percentage shots in the paint.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
No good on the shot. Celtics leading by 11. It's Brown with the drive, and Brown throws it down.
Oh, my goodness, Kevin Brown finishes off the drive, not simply laying it in, but a message of authority on the dunk.
And Whiteside stays right with it.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Williams kicks to Smart. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists tonight.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts. Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
And this is what the really good defensive players do. They anticipate, and they're rarely fooled.
And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his first foul. Some changes for Boston. Daniel Tice is checked in for Williams, and Walker subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. Here's Tice, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Outside Collins. Back to Lillard. Basket good.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Trailblazers trail by 14. Takes the 3. Good for another field goal. Number 5 on the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Smart kicks to Walker. Back to Smart. The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's Tice. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Lillard. Here's Nurkic. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave no doubt.
Here's Tice. Outside Tatum. Clock at 6. Brown outside. Over Anthony. And it's Brown that time on the assist by Tatum. Brown's got 11 in the second half.
Well, don't you love the way Jaylen Brown is squaring up in the mid-range? This guy's getting his feet under him, his pre-shot preparation outstanding.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Celtics.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Marcus Smart.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Here's Tatum. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. And the Celtics lead by 18.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
That's a 2-pointer from Walker. Kept alive by Boston. Tice kicks to Smart. There's the pass to Walker. The 3-pointer off the mark. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, core body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
But when I look at it as a fan of the game, I'm like, man, I'm blown away by what that team has accomplished too. So it just looks incredible. It's like the lighting looks crazy, the details and the texture of the skin, everything just looks so lifelike.
That's awesome, man. I'm not gonna lie, you get me excited.
So Agent, you've been really vocal about gameplay in a lot of the videos and the content that you create. You play a lot of Pro-Am, you play a lot of Park. What's one thing you want to see improved on from a gameplay?
North of the border in Toronto.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
A good Friday night to you sports fans. Hey, Dave. Well, yeah, they dotted every I and crossed every T. David, thank you. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Powell.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Daniel Tice out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Walker in at the point. And for the Raptors, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the 5, down low. Some tough defense in this arena tonight, Smitty. These teams are so good at getting stops.
Yeah, when you have teams that defend this well, you can't beat them off the dribble. The ball and body movement is going to be key tonight.
And here is Van Vliet following Jaylen Brown's 3. Just 5 on the clock. Tatum against Lowry. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Celtics ball.
And here's Boston. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Walker's shot is off. And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for the Raptors. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
And they cruised to a big win in their last meeting, getting that opposing starting lineup out of the game early with foul trouble.
You can bet that was their game plan from the get-go. Don't be shocked if they're aggressive again today as well.
And this is where Walker thrives, an assertive long-distance shooter.
Lowry against Walker. Lowry can't get it to go.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Here's Hayward. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
I mean, you talk about the great athletes in the NBA. Don't forget about Gordon Hayward. He can run.
Out to Ibaka. It's stolen by Tice. Tatum drives in. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Here's Van Vliet, and the layup falls.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now, here's Walker. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee. Now running, there comes Lowry pushing the ball up. That one goes. Count it.
You know, whether he's running the fast break or finishing it, Kyle Lowry is a handful in the open court.
And Raptors president of basketball operations, Masai Ujiri, not just doing an amazing job in Toronto, he's also had a huge role in the growing of the game in Africa.
Growing up in Nigeria, he fell in love with the game of basketball, and he has worked his way up. Now he's giving a hand back, building pathways for others to follow in his footsteps, bringing the development and leadership to the continent.
Here's Brown, following the basket by Pascal Siakam. Brown drives in. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And really, Brown is astonishing when he takes it inside. The defense does not know what to do with it.
Pass to Van Vliet. 1:25 left to play here in the first. From deep. The long distance three is buried. Van Vliet's got 7.
That's what you get from a veteran playmaker. If you get open, Lowry will find you.
And there's the pass to Tice. And he goes in for the dunk.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
59 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Brown, and Brown throws it down hard.
And just awesome speed from Brown, blasting off towards the bucket and slamming it down.
And stolen by Tatum. Hayward passes to Walker. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. And that's now 6 points for Walker.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And the shot goes in from Siakam.
You know, with Siakam, it's not just his size. It's his agility that allows him to succeed in the painted area.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Kept alive. Here's Tice. Second chance shot. And another shot. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Tatum kicks to Walker. 5 to shoot. Goes up with it again. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And you always know what you're going to get from Walker from the line. He's been a solid, consistent free throw shooter his entire career.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Here's Powell. There's Hollis Jefferson. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Boston on top. They're up by 3. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
Bringing my defense toughness.
And really, Ibaka is a seasoned veteran now, a terrific role player known for his defense.
And Ibaka knows his role and plays it well.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So the Raptors 5 right now. Norman Powell is out there with Davis. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Boucher in at the 4 spot. Cantor dishes to Williams. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
This is great to see. Williams shooting with confidence, wanting to add to his game.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
And the Raptors took some heat for parting ways with reigning Coach of the Year, Dwayne Casey. But his successor, Nick Nurse, guided this franchise to an NBA title.
Tremendous self-belief and determination. The only NBA head coach who was also a head coach in college, the G League, and overseas. He's been preparing for this for a long time.
An incredible defender. Smart can provide help as well as stick you one-on-one.
Boston leading by 7. To the inside, Cantor uses the glass to finish the layup. Cantor's got his first points of the night.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The shot's good from Gasol.
Gasol looks so smooth on these jumpers. He has practiced this shot time and time again.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. It's Smart with the drive. Toronto grabs the miss.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Here's Boucher. He's guarded by Williams. 5 on the clock. Gasol misses the baby hook. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for Boston. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Williams looking around. Cantor back to Williams. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Fast break Toronto. There's Hollis Jefferson, and he banks in the layup. Hollis Jefferson's got his second basket of the night.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Now the league is trying to maximize competition, Steve, and flatten the draft lottery odds has been one way to do it. Will that be enough? Or is there still work to be done in that regard?
You know, I love the way they've done it so far, but I still think they can tweak it even more, and we'll get a better product on the floor where teams get a chance to compete for all 82 games. I like what I'm seeing right now.
Left side, Davis. Back to Hollis Jefferson. That 3 off the mark. Boston leading by 8. Here's Wanamaker. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump there. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Hollis Jefferson passes to Powell. Misses the layup.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
And Wanamaker gets it to go. Wanamaker's got his third basket of the night right there.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
And Davis, here we go. 1:24 left to play here in the second quarter. Siakam finds Hollis Jefferson. A shot. That one, no good. Now Boston takes it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks. Here's Williams. Pass to Wanamaker. On the wing, Williams. Defended by Gasol. Kanter. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Kanter's got the lead up to 12 now for the Celtics. Toronto, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Davis, the pass to Gasol. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
What you know about Marc Gasol's game is he has a fantastic feel working down there in the interior.
Nice shot by Smart.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Gasol passes to Siakam. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Tatum, that's for 2. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Tatum's got his second bucket.
And really an advanced feel for scoring the basketball. Tatum picks and chooses his shots nicely.
At the elbow, it's Gasol. Passes it to Kanter. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
How about the timing and hustle there? Tatum earns his team some second chance points.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to... Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 3. And that...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
On the floor for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5 spot. Here's Lowry. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 5 rebounds tonight.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
One of the league's best-kept secrets, Pascal Siakam out of Cameroon. Discovered as a raw teenager at Basketball Without Borders back in 2012.
Here's Anunoby, and Hayward with the block. They retain possession.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
Tice doesn't get it to drop for him. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Smitty, you're talking about Siakam, the Raptors president, who's from Nigeria and very active in the Basketball Without Borders program.
You're totally right. A prospect like Siakam was on his radar. The late first-round pick in 2016 was more than rewarding where he ended up at.
The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
And that's where the added muscle Hayward has put on during his career comes into play. So effective in combating an aggressive defense.
Pass to Van Vliet. Ibaka outside. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. And a look now at the Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll take on John Wall. and the Washington Wizards. Then on Sunday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Tice with the ball. Ibaka on him. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Kanter.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Ugly start to this half, hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Here's Anunoby. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Raptors. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And, of course, there's the Celtics. They're just sitting one spot down right on their heels.
And when I look at Toronto, they're not an opponent any team wants to see on their schedule. They've been producing all season long. And, guys, I don't see them slowing down anytime soon.
We figured that by this point in the season, they would have separated themselves from the pack. They've done that and more.
Here's Walker with the three. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. That's 10 points for Walker.
This is the patience we talk about. Hayward waiting that extra half second, finds the open man.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward. And the Raptors with some changes. Marcus Alls checked in for Ibaka. Norman Powell comes in for OG Anunoby. Davis is subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Kanter checked in for the Celtics. Marcus Smart comes in for Gordon Hayward. And here comes Walker leading the fast break. Here's Smart. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Get there.
Here's Boucher. He's guarded by Williams. Three-pointer, Lowry. A new 14 for the Raptors.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
And Walker's got the ball here for the Celtics. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I admire the energy that Brown plays was so great at getting to the line.
That free throw good from Brown. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Toronto. Celtics also with a sub. Brad Wanamaker's checked in for Kemba Walker. Raptors trail by 21. Davis finds Gasol. Out to the right wing. And it's Lowry penetrating. Yep, that one goes in there.
It is so hard to stay in front of a guy like Kyle Lowry because he is so quick laterally with the ball.
The Celtics have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Here's Smart. They grab their own miss. The kick out to Williams. Second shot opportunity. Here's Kanter. Brown dishes to Smart. Just 5 to shoot. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Kanter's shot is off. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game. The Raptors making a switch here. Siakam's checked in. Boston also with the sub. Tatum's checked in. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's covered by Brown. Davis gets a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
I love that. You see the poise of Gasol running the offense to perfection.
In the corner, Tatum with it. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Tatum's got 9 points. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. And they've created... Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
First things first down there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Powell is out there with Davis, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Smitty, you played with the U.S. national team. Would you say they allow more physicality in FIBA than they do in the NBA?
No, I think, Kevin, different parts of the game, there's more physicality. Like on the free throw line, boxing out. Like going up for rebounds, they let a lot more than we're used to go. But usually the NBA players adjust and they find their way.
Siakam looking around. Back to Hollis Jefferson. The Raptors need to get a shot up. Here's Davis. A rebound by the Celtics. Tatum's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Smart. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. 6 points for Marcus Smart.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
And the pass to Davis. Plays it up and punks it in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Celtics leading by 19. Outside, Smart. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Siakam passes to Gasol. Outside for Davis. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Gasol up top. Over Williams. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Good defense, better offense. You love Marc Gasol's confidence. It's something his teammates feed off of.
Brown down low. Back to Smart. Brown the pass to Smart. Here's Wanamaker, guarded by Powell. From deep three-point range, Powell pulls it in.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Or is he actually insane enough to think that he might be able to make that? Either way, we might see him sitting by himself for a while.
And stolen by Tatum. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A new group in now for the Raptors. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Hollis Jefferson. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Davis. The Celtics also changing it up. Daniel Tice is checked in for Williams. Hayward comes in for Marcus Smart. And Walker subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Boston.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jason Tatum.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Boucher is checked in. Johnson comes in for Pascal Siakam. Thomas checked in for Fred VanVleet. And it's Patrick McCaw in for Kyle Lowry.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
From deep, Green. They get it back. Tice kicks to Edwards. They kick it out to Green. Right wing. Here's Ojale. Boston, no good that time either. Here's McCaw. Thomas gets a wide open look. From outside, off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
From 10 feet out, and again it's Toronto converting.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Here for your Raptors, Marc Gasol.
8 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Gasol. Johnson, a wide open look. Count it.
Working on the accuracy from range. You see Stanley looking a little more comfortable out there.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and Dave.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
fans. Mike, now this is your chance to ask Agent a question, maybe about gameplay or 2K20 or 2K21. What's on your mind, Mike?
This idea of esports. You know, I know a lot of people complain about dice rolls and missing full whites. Like, do you think that's something we need to go like to the extreme with? What I'm scared of, I guess, is like we make Team Pro-Am or something. Make it so that
soaring high above the Willamette River towards our location tonight in Downton. And we've got...
Well, Damian Lillard is...
I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. As we get a break in the action, now let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. We'll take a look at the Raptors. Right now, they've acquired the second-best record in the conference.
And I think for Toronto, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
You know, that's the mindset you have to have. They know if they can get to the playoffs, they have the talent to do some real damage.
Here are the five for the Raptors. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the five. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the four with Nurkic at the five. And it's Anthony in at the three, the small forward. Here's Lillard.
0 for 3, not the start they're looking for.
Over to the wing. Anunoby passes to Ibaka.
And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make most any shot. And they've got some glass eaters to chase down any misses.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And back in 08, Ibaka became the first player ever from the Republic of Congo to be drafted in the NBA.
And there's Lillard on the assist by Nurkic. And the Blazers rely on their guards in McCollum and Lillard to generate, Chris, a lot of their offense.
You're sometimes right, Kevin, and it can even be to a fault at times. I mean, they need more offense from their front court. Guys who can pound the ball inside and generate some easy offense around the rim.
McCollum outside. Pass to Anthony. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Ibaka. Lowry drives in. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
It's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Another year of record-breaking offense. Why is it, Chris, that great offense so often beats great defense?
Because defense is not about stopping you. It's about making you take the option that the defense wants. And so if we make a guy that doesn't shoot jumpers very well, if we stop all the penetration and make him shoot a jumper and he knocks it down, you just got to shake his hand. Sometimes it's great D, better offense. And we know this is a scoring league. And, you know, you can play the best defense in the world and have your hand up and, matter of fact, smack him in the face. But Curry, Harden, LeBron, they're still going to knock that shot down.
Smack him in the face, you said.
Oh, I've tried that. I've done that before, and it doesn't work with the great ones. No. Just tap them on the forehead while they're shooting a jump shot and look the other way. They'll still knock it down.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic. Little comes in for Collins. And it's Simons in for Lillard.
Oh, and McCullough, he's an exceptional shooter. He loves sticking to the D when they're right in his face.
And there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. That's his first foul. And the Raptors with some changes. Boucher is checked in. Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Launches a three. Shot clock reset for Toronto. So for the Trailblazers, their last game lost to the Grizzlies. There's a minute 34 left to play in the first quarter. Simons, that shot is off. Gasol with the defensive effort. Now the pass to Powell. Kicks to Davis. And they double up Davis. Right side Gasol. Raptors moving the ball around. Passes it to Boucher. Clock at 4. And it's Portland with the rebound. Last time they met was in Toronto where they beat the Raptors.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
They certainly made their presence felt on defense. They were active and rejected a number of shots.
And that one is hammered home.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Pass to Azania. Shoots from 14. And again, it's Portland converted. 43 seconds left here in the first quarter. Gasol with it. He's picked up by Little. Powell kicks to Boucher. And it's Davis at the elbow. And the layup is good.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Trent. And it's off from three-point range. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. At the elbow, it's Gasol. There's the pass to Powell. Here's Boucher. Misses the three. Here's Azania. That one falls. Azania's got 6.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports. Now a veteran in the NBA, Serge Ibaka, talked about his role.
I like to do all those little things when up.
And Ibaka, Greg, a great complimentary player.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Trent in at the 2. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. And Hezonja gets it to go.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside. As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Here's Trent. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
And he dunks it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum-shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Whiteside. Zach Collins comes in for Mario Hezonja. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Little. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simmons. And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Marc Gasol made a total of 12 three-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
And you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job description for big men nowadays.
Oh, man, start at a mid-major. Shout out to all the mid-major colleges. Lehigh University, C.J. McCollum wasn't that blue-chip prospect, but he sure worked his way to the top.
Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Anunoby passes to Lowry. Collins grabs the miss.
Oh, the defense with no impact at all. Just didn't have the feel for his jump shot.
It's stolen by Lowry. Siakam outside. Passes to Anunoby. He kicks it to Lowry. Pass to Siakam. And it's sent back by Lillard. And it's McCollum in the corner. Lets it go from the wing. And he drops that one in. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter. Four-year player at Lehigh, McCollum earned his degree in journalism.
Yeah, he had to beg his parents to switch from a business major. Now he's putting his degree to use. He already interviewed the commissioner. Man, keep playing. He's trying to come for my job, Kevin. When his playing days are done, though, I'm sure he'll be looking to try to take my job and yours and continue on that path.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
And with the body control and jump shot Lowry possesses, he has been known to torch you from the perimeter.
Chris, when you look around the league, who do you feel is the most universally liked player in the league?
That's a good one because so many players with great stories. How about Derrick Rose? Fighting all those injuries, coming back, having a 50-point game, becoming a leader again there in Minnesota. The youngest MVP ever, watching his ups and downs. Luka Doncic, how about that guy? That's just from excitement of play. The fact that he's just infused this Dallas team with energy and fun. It's so much fun watching him, and then you got to go with the elder statesman. In other words, they call him the old head where I'm from, and that's Vince Carter. If you don't love Vince Carter, something's wrong with you because he's the line in the sand from Dr. J, Dominique Jordan, and those dunkers to anything that's happening today. Vince Carter, he's the man.
And that one is good.
And that's Lowry's shot right there. Always looking to capitalize from that range.
Here's Lillard. Keeps it alive. And Collins is right there. Collins has got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. And then on Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And looking at the Mavericks matchup, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
And Portland making a change here. Whiteside's checked in.
And the 7'1" Gasol sees over the defense with ease. I mean, fantastic spot in the open man.
Lillard with the bucket.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Raptors trail by 5. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I appreciate the aggression, but that's already his second foul. He's got to play it a little safer now.
For the Trailblazers, Hezonja, he's checked in for Zach Collins. Little comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Then for the Raptors, Boucher is checked in. And it's Rondae Hollis-Jefferson in for Fred VanVleet. To the paint and stolen by Hezonja.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Yeah, G, I imagine that's what they're thinking. You have to maximize the possession.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill. As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 5 there thanks to the basket from Hollis-Jefferson. Here's Little. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2. Here's Davis. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And they pick up 2. Hollis-Jefferson's got 6 here in this quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Trailblazers out in front of 5.
Thanks a lot. Damian, you guys got off to a great start, but what is this team doing to give you problems?
They're really good offense.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They lead by 5. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, I thought that turning point was when the bench came on. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some.
And that'll do it for us.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Kyle Lowry has just been sensational.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Yeah, he's busting his tail, making his presence known. Great job defensively so far.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. FCU's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. And VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. Siakam kicks to VanVleet. Back to Siakam. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist. VanVleet's got 3 assists now in this one. Lillard fires away from way outside, from beyond the arc, and then some. Lillard's got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers.
One of the game's elite scorers and closers, Damian Lillard. The game on the line, you know what time it is. It's dang time.
And here's McCollum for 3. Nurkic, great positioning on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
Lowry passes to VanVleet. Here's Anunoby. He's guarded by McCollum. Here's Siakam. And, oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Inside, Great pass to set up the lay-in. Siakam's got his third basket of the night.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And Lillard gets double-teamed. It's stolen by Lowry. Fast break, Toronto. Ibaka, the pass to Anunoby. And the layup's good off the glass. Anunoby's got his second basket. Chris, you talk about degree of difficulty. Damian Lillard takes and makes some incredibly tough shots.
Yeah, Kevin, the percentages don't do him justice. Off the dribble, contested, from deep. Lillard is always a threat.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there, but then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
Siakam hits them both.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Portland, no good that time either.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
Count it. 15 points for Kyle Lowry.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Lowry dishes to Ibaka. Good. Ibaka's got the game tied up here for Toronto.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Nurkic finds Anthony. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
And can't do much else. The strength of Anunoby comes in handy on those challenging finishes.
It's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
Anunoby passes to Van Vliet. Back to Anunoby. To the left side wing. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Raptors have yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. A new group in now for the Raptors. Marc Gasol is checked in for Ibaka. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Pascal Siakam. Norman Powell's checked in for OG Anunoby. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And I like the decision making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
Oh, yeah, and that's just a good read on his part. And as usual, his mid-range jumper is important.
For Toronto, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
And Toronto making a change here. Boucher is checked in. Hollis-Jefferson finds Davis. It's hauled in by Trent.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
To the middle, there's Hollis-Jefferson, and that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Hollis-Jefferson's got 11.
Look, when the D will give it to you, that's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
It's good.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, it's the attack mindset. I mean, that helped him prevail right there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Zach Collins checked in for the Trailblazers. Portland leading. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. He's got 13. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Anthony. We've got 13 seconds left in the third. Davis drives in. Gasol on the high post. Powell, no one around him. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got 3 assists tonight.
I like that feed from Gasol. I mean, when you got your 5 moving the ball like that, it lifts everyone.
Carmelo Anthony getting it done for Portland. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Collins is out there with Whiteside. Then it's Anthony, and it's Trent in at shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Back to Powell. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Davis. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Yep, that one goes. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
This is where you want Collins to get the ball. He's a throwback kind of big man who thrives inside.
Hollis Jefferson, good.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
They get it back. Whiteside, and the jam by Whiteside.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard comes in for Anfernee Simons. And the Raptors also making a change. Siakam's checked in.
And it had been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade. A chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
Scooped up Anthony, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Anthony, a perennial all-star talent, specifically because of that scoring ability, one of the best in the business.
Davis drives in. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. He gets it in there. Hollis Jefferson's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score.
Here's Siakam. And it's Portland with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Anthony, the pass to Collins. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 3 assists now in this one.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. That's a 2 from Lillard. The offensive rebound. And Whiteside stays right with it. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
Great hustle on display, and you know what? It's paying off with those second chance points. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Looking to get back on track here, and Lillard with the lay-in.
That's why you give the rock. When it's an important possession, you know he's going to rise to the occasion.
That shot, no good. So the Raptors will take it the other way. The drive by Siakam.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
Right side, Collins. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Collins has got 6 here in this quarter.
Upping his intensity in these moments is clear. Collins loves taking important shots.
Going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Anthony in the corner. Kicks it to Whiteside. Lillard against Davis. And it's Lillard missing.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
Hollis Jefferson finds Davis. Outside for Gasol. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. And now just a 1-point Trailblazer lead. 18 feet out. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Over to the left wing. 1:07 left in the fourth. There's Hollis Jefferson. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Trailblazers leading by 3. To the paint. Here's McCollum. Good D by Siakam.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Yeah, Kelly, great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. A good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
And a wide open look for Siakam. Got it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
To tie it up, it falls. A huge shot to tie it up.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Here's Collins. Can't cash in. Davis inside, covered by Lillard. Here's Whiteside. Ooh, off wide. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one.
Here we go.
It'll be the Raptors off the tip. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Toronto right now, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 down low. And it's Lowry penetrating. Portland grabs the miss.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
That's a 2 from Lillard. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Reminding us again why he's one of the game's great clutch shooters.
Siakam, good.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
McCollum outside, pass to Lillard. Over Lowry. They get it back. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It's going to be on Siakam.
Now, this is what you want from Nurkic, a fearless player who welcomes the chance to take important shots.
Free throw good, Nurkic.
As confident as it gets at the line. He wants to be up there in the tight ball.
Siakam kicks to Lowry. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. Lillard from outside. Here's Nurkic. And he uses the glass on the layup. And now it's a 3-point Portland lead.
And the touch Nurkic has inside. I mean, I love seeing him be aggressive. Look to get his shot from there.
Lowry from outside. And again, Toronto with the triple.
It's just been one of those nights from he got into the floor of the game and has not lost his touch.
Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Shoots over Van Vliet. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 2. Siakam, right side. And Siakam throws it down.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Nurkic, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy has no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
Here's Ibaka, and he converts the layup. Ibaka's got it all tied up now for Toronto.
And this is where Ibaka's steely demeanor serves him well. No hesitation under pressure.
And he gets it back. For Portland, they've gotten off to a solid start in overtime on 5 of 8 shooting. It's good!
Lillard is known for being a clutch shooter. He's the guy they go to. He's the guy they believe in.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's covered closely. Good! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And this crowd ecstatic. They are pumped up.
And what a huge shot. You talk about an excited arena.
Got it.
And what a take from Lowry, using that quickness to just blaze to the rim.
And here are the Trailblazers. And stolen by Siakam. Yes!
And big-time bucket there. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
He's an experienced player in clutch situations. I mean, the fella loves being the guy that takes these important shots.
In the corner, it's Van Vliet. The 3, right between the eyes.
And no secret here, guys. They've got to get a 3 if we're going to get yet another overtime.
Knocks down the trifecta.
Lillard's not going to let you get away with that. He wants those 3 points back.
He made it. That's how you beat the clock, baby. That's how you beat the clock.
I can't believe this. How in the world can you end the game on a shot like that?
And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end it.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David...
I am here joined by Snipes 2430, the most My League Online wins. Snipes, how you pulling off all these W's, man?
Man, I don't know, man. Just hard work and dedication. I'm just putting in the hours, putting in that work. Definitely in the gym, getting those shots in.
Definitely. So what kind of setup do you have when you play My League Online?
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. And let's go. I love his honesty. All right, thank you, D.A. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. And for the Celtics, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5, roaming the paint. Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it'd be pretty healthy.
Shots good by Walker. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Trailblazers. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. No good on the triple.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Tatum.
A young guy with maturity, awareness, and a feel for the game. Tatum is special.
Passes it to McCollum. Here's Lillard. Over Walker. And the basket by Lillard.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Tatum against Collins. Here's Tice. 20 points for him last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
The other part of his game was the outstanding D. Shot blocking is a huge momentum shifter, and his 2 blocks really turned the game in their team's favor.
Collins, good.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Inside, taken away by Anthony. Here's Lillard. Off target on the 15-footer. Celtics have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Tatum's shot is off.
Well, due for a miss after 4 of 5 to begin this one.
And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Yusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 25, and 5 game? The Bosnian Beast making a name for himself.
As CJ's saying, not so fast. I'm not letting you get away from us tonight. There's the return payback 3.
And it's Brown missing. Trailblazers leading by 3. Anthony finds Collins. Kicks it out to McCollum. The pass to Nurkic. Lillard left side. Hayward grabs the board.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And love how assured Brown looks taking these shots. His mid-range game is on point. He's squaring up like that.
Now, here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And here's Brown outside. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Last time they met was in Portland this season.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, that had to have been #1 priority for the coaching staff coming into this one, limiting those turnovers and making sure they don't beat themselves this time.
Looks for Walker. Gets it to him. The kick out to Tatum. From the arc. Rebound by Nurkic. And Collins has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. 6-point lead. 3-pointer, Lillard. That's miss number 3 for him. Now 2 for 5 from the floor. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And then Brown with the dunk.
And love
seeing Brown drop the hammer. Just an amazing dunker who really bashes it in the basket.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists in the game. Boston's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And there's the bucket from Tatum.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And here comes Hayward, leading the fast break. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
A tough cover out there. You want to close out hard on Hayward, but you also have to respect his ability to take you off the bounce.
Lillard misses. Brown outside. It's a hand on it, and Tatum stays with it. Tatum's got his second basket of the night. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Celtics out in front as they dominate the last. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. At the 2 and the 3, McCollum and Little. Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. And it's Simons in at the point guard position.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive. Well, Portland being up there in the PNW, that's the Pacific Northwest, always means a lot of air miles. Matter of fact, they lead the league pretty much every year in distance travel.
And the shot is good.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
This one for 3. No good on that one. And it's Portland the other way. Right, you talk about all that travel for the Blazers. That can wear you down.
Well, interesting. The Blazers have done some particular things off the floor for their players, bringing in UV lights into the locker rooms, coffee before the game. It's very much hipster Pacific Northwest.
Cantor misses off the right iron. Portland's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. They get it back. Another shot. Whiteside, good.
Whiteside beats everybody to the ball, but then maybe the wingspan helps out. 7'7". Reach over the top, snatch that.
There's the 3. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 3. And finish off by Hezonja.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. The shot's good from Cantor.
The number of go-to moves and a soft touch. Cantor can crush you inside.
Whiteside, the pass to Hezonja. And here's McCollum for 3. They get it again. Whiteside, and he gets the whistle. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Brown kicks to Williams. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Williams has got the lead up to 2 now for the Celtics. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running. You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis to get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up has also opened the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is.
Here's Wanamaker. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
For Boston, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Cantor, the pass to Williams. Hits it from three-point range. Williams has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Boston.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pass to Simons. And another three for Portland.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Smart passes to Williams. Fires the three, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple. 2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Don't want to rush it, but you don't want to take too much time here.
McCollum, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And it's in there. Smart's got 12.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And the call will be against Brad Wanamaker. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Celtics. Williams comes in for Cantor. And it's Tatum in for Brown. And Portland with a change here, too. Trent's checked in. Smart finds Tatum. Here's Williams. And finished off by Williams.
You know, something that Williams does so well as soon as he has inside positioning, he just goes for the finish.
From past the arc. Marcus Smart, he's feeling it tonight. And his... Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. We saw Marcus Smart lighting it up in the first half. He had 12 points and that.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Celtics, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the center, locking down the middle. Brown, good.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Collins kicks to McCollum. Pass to Lillard. Feeds it to Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Nurkic has got his second bucket of the night.
Has tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
Brown, good.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play. And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Tatum against Collins. Tatum's shot is off.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
McCollum, no good. Celtics leading by 5. And that mid-range jump shot discouraged for many players, but not for C.J. McCollum.
I love the way that C.J. can just wind his way to spots on the floor and speeds up when he wants to, Not when the defense is asking him to. Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
Lillard against Walker. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. 6 to shoot. It's Brown with the drive. Nurkic with the block.
Nurkic big and blocking.
Left side Collins. Down low. Kicks it out to Lillard. Outside Collins. Lillard looking around. And the Trailblazers another 3.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Baseline J on the way, and taking the bucket on the assist by Brown. Brown's got 3 assists tonight. Hayward against Anthony. Kicks it out to Lillard. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. Taking a look at Boston. Right now they're locked into 3rd place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs.
And you know, for the Celtics, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
Now they've got a new set of goals, and those are all about success in the playoffs. That's where men are made. They've got to have their sights very high at this point when it comes to the postseason.
And Brett, with the corner 3 being such a popular shot, should we consider widening the court, making it all feel the same?
It's an interesting question, Kevin. There's been some talk around the idea of actually dissipating that three-point line into the sideline.
Yes.
And I really just wanted to say dissipating, by the way.
Well, and you said it well.
The other thing, Kevin, that has been considered, what if we went back to skinning up the lane line, back to the original George Mikan days of the lane being 6 feet wide rather than what we see today at 12 feet? That would put a ton more value on post-up and two-point play, almost so much as the three-point shot and the two-point shot in the post equate to the same amount of points per possession.
Yeah. Snatched away. Right side against Cancer. Right side, no good.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Passes it to Williams. Walker against Lillard. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Simons is checked in. Shot to stop the run. Here's Whiteside. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 6 rebounds in the game. Tatum against Anthony. Outside Tatum. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Really easy to appreciate Tatum's ability. Doesn't back away from the contact when he's in attack mode at the rim.
Brad Wanamaker's checked in for Enes Kanter.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Right side, no good. Celtics on offense. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. And here's Walker. Here's Williams. Beat the clock. Count it! He caught it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for...
And so it's Boston, looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've got their...
Down there! Keep playing with Paul.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Portland, you've got Yusuf Nurkic, also Anthony out there. And it's Whiteside in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Boston leading by 13. Now here's Smart. The pass to Wanamaker. Outside, Smart. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Williams. Makes it off the glass. Williams has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Celtics. Simons surveying the D. Here's Trent. Sinks the 15-footer.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
Outside, Smart. To the inside. Williams can't get it to go. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Robert Williams. That's his first foul. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. Portland also making some changes. Zach Collins checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simmons. Outside Anthony. His first shot coming late. Count the basket. Anthony's got his first 2 points of the night.
A Melo special right there, playing in the mid-range. It's pretty much been his home his entire career.
Here's Wanamaker. He is guarded by McCollum. In the corner, Tatum with it. Wanamaker, the pass to Smart. Count it. Here's Anthony. Pass to Trent. Back to Collins. Portland moving the ball around. Anthony with it. Here's the three. You can't get that one to fall.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Hayward on the wing. Pass to Smart. And here is Tatum. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Hayward. Collins grabs the miss. Trailblazers trail by 13. Trent passes to McCollum. From deep. Rebounded by the Celtics. To the middle. Here's Tatum. The kick out to Williams. Here's Wanamaker. Tatum on the wing. Back to Wanamaker. Down low. Here's Williams. And the basket is good. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Here's Trent. Three-pointer. And Boston with the rebound. Tatum's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Celtics.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jason Tatum.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up. He threw himself into a lot of plays.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Good on the three-point shot, and the Celtics lead by 14.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Williams kicks to Hayward. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home.